Hello everyone, Steve Gage here, NASM certified personal trainer and co-owner of Engage Fitness DC. Today we're going to do a 20-minute core and more workout just using our body weight. So what is the more? You're going to have to tune in to find out later. So again, before we start into the warm-up workout, we're going to do a 5 to 10 minute warm-up. Nothing crazy, just getting a little circulation going, little movements and stretching, relieving any tightness or tension that we're feeling before we begin. We're going to just not roll off the couch or the bed and do the workout because we want to do the workout safely and properly, making sure we're activating the right muscle groups that we're looking for. So we can't do that unless we warm up for that 5 to 10 minutes. So if you're ready to go, we're going to hop into the workout. This is going to be a 40-20 split. So we're going to do working on the exercise for 40 seconds, taking 20 seconds to recover, and then doing the next exercise. So first exercise, we're on the back. This is opposite elbow to opposite knee, getting that low back flat by tilting the hips up, and then just getting as long as you can with those feet, and then bringing opposite knee to elbow. Try to move the knee as little as possible. We want to get a lot of that activation with that elbow coming to the knee. As you are unable to keep the legs out, you can drop into the floor, alleviating a lot of pressure on that low back. But same thing, bringing that knee to elbow. And making sure you get that upper body, upper ab contraction. You're not just touching opposite knee to elbow. You want to bring that opposite knee to elbow with the abdominals. Breathing out. On the way up, inhale on the way down. Pausing at the top for just 1 second, really feeling into those abs, not just whipping through the motion and getting as many as you can. Right. Another 15 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Hi, Peanut. Being joined by my co-host, Peanut. Oh, short-lived. See you later, buddy. So we're taking that 20 seconds to get the heart rate down a little bit. And next exercise is going to be Superman's. So on the stomach, arms are stretched out just like you're flying away. And we're going to raise the upper and lower body off the floor just for a split second, and then right back down to the floor. If you feel any low back pain with this, just do the top half where you're just lifting that chest off the floor. 3, 2, 1, 40 seconds here. Just lifting the arms and legs up the floor for a split second. Pausing at the top, big breath out. Another 15 seconds here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Taking those 20 seconds rest. Relax those shoulders away from the ears. Next position, we're targeting those lower abdominals. Again, getting that low back flat by tilting the hips up towards the ceiling. And then we're going to bring legs in a slightly bent position over the hips. Lower those legs just until you start to feel that low back comes up and you hang in that position. Toes pointed straight, and just slow flutter kicks, moving the whole leg from the hip. Not just moving the knee here, we're getting the whole leg. Slow, controlled movement. Feeling those low abs turn on, and if you need a little less impact, you can bend the knee a little more. Same thing. And find that shape that serves you most when there's no pain. You want to get activation and not pain. And these are slow kicks. Really feel into that contraction of the low abs. If you need to take that few second pause, that's fine. Whew. 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, taking those 20 seconds, grabbing that water in between. Next position is we're doing sit-ups. So it's not the traditional one you're thinking of. We're getting the feet extended in front, and we're just moving from the waist up, almost like you're the mummy coming out from the sarcophagus. You're just lifting from the waist, keeping everything neutral. Get until the shoulders are over the hips, and then slowly back down. And if you're only able to get to a certain point, that's fine. We want to really activate those abs to come, bring the body up and not just throw the body forward, because then we don't get a lot of ab activation. We want to keep the abs contracted the whole time. Coming up, and then slowly back down. And if you need the hands as that little bit of extra support, that's fine. We just want to make sure we're getting that ample ab activation. And we're keeping that chin tucked for that neutral spine. Big inhale on the way down. Big exhale on the way up. And just making sure as we get a little tired, we're not throwing the head forward, because then we get that neck pain later on and wonder why. That's a good reason why. So keep that chin tucked in and just raise from the waist up. Seconds here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, next we're targeting those obliques on the side. So this position has a couple different modifications you can take. So the first one is on the knees. We're getting to the side. Elbows underneath that shoulder, palms flat on the floor. Knees are in line with the hips and shoulders, and they're stacked right on top of each other. So what we're doing is just pressing this knee into the floor, getting those hips up, feeling that activation on the side, and then controlling the body back down. Keeping the hips in line with the knees, feet are behind the knees, and we're just hiking those hips up. If you need a little extra, you're not feeling a lot of this motion, you can place your ankles on the ground. Again, if you have sensitive joints, you can place a pillow underneath your ankles, stack them on top of each other. Same thing, all your joints are aligned. Getting those hips up to the ceiling. Another 20 seconds here. Big breath out on the way up, big inhale on the way down. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, between positions, that's totally fine. So we're taking 20 seconds rest. Get that heart rate down a little bit, and then we're going to switch to the other side, same thing. Getting into that starting position. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get those hips up. And we want to make sure that that arm is underneath that shoulder. That's going to help to distribute that weight in the body. Because if you have it too far in or too far out, it's going to put a lot of pressure on that shoulder. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Okay, next we're moving on to the more segment of our workout. So we're going to be targeting the hips and the glutes. So little glutes are also included with the core. A lot of people don't think they are. It's all part of that one package. And the hips, we're going to always work on strengthening those. So we're getting back onto that side position. This time we're dropping all the way to the floor, resting on that shoulder. Shoulders are stacked. Legs are stacked on top of each other. And you can use that hand as a little extra support for that neck. And what we're going to do is raise that top leg straight up as high as we can. And then we're going to cross so the toes slightly touch the floor. Cross that bottom leg and then right back up. And we want to make sure the hips stay level. They're not rolling side to side. Straight up and down with that leg, feeling it on the outside of the hip and the glute. 20 seconds, 40 seconds, go. Start to feel you rolling just like I did. Try to get those hips square and on top of each other. Good indicator is if you put your hand on your waist and you feel that hand moving, it's a good indicator that your hips are rolling. You want to keep those hips in that stationary position. Just that leg is going up and down for another 15 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. 20 seconds rest. Big inhales and exhales, grabbing that water. Now we're going to do another 40 seconds on the other side. Same position. Joints lined up, hand underneath that head, and raising that hand up, leg up, sorry. 2. And remember that top foot is crossing down, toes are touching the floor, and then right back up. Okay, last exercise we're doing both sides one at a time. So we're going to work the hips and the glutes in this one motion. So it's a two-part motion. We're going to get on all fours, hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath those hips. We're going to bring one leg out, back in, and then curl that leg behind it, keeping those toes pointed towards the knee. So we're coming out, back in, and backwards. If you can, try to keep that knee off the floor just a little bit so we activate that core that little bit extra. So going out to the side, back in the middle, backwards. Feeling outside the hip with the fire hydrant, and then the leg curl, we're feeling that in the hamstring and the glutes. You know, doing one leg at a time, one side for another 30 seconds. Trying to keep that knee off the floor if we can. And as we come into those fire hydrants, keeping those hips level. We're not just rolling to one side, keeping those hips square. That's where that core activation comes in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, same 20 seconds rest. Okay, switching to that other side, same position, that fire hydrant out to the side, and then that backwards leg curl. Keeping those toes pointed towards the knee, and seeing if we can not have that knee touch the floor for that extra core activation. Controlling that body movement, we're not just flinging those appendages back into the side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, I lied, there's one more exercise. I'm gonna focus on that core one last time. So with this, we're getting as long as we can, stretching everything out, and then we're going to squeeze everything to the middle. So bringing those knees to the chest, and you're scooting those hands past the legs, trying to get as tiny as you can, and then coming right back out. And if possible, try to keep the feet off the floor. So if you have to raise the legs a little bit, keep that low back protected, that's fine. We're just bringing everything to the middle, extending out. Big breath in. Big breath out when you come to the middle. We want to take these relatively slow, really feeling into that contraction in the middle. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Woo! So after you're done, take about a 5 to 10 minute cool down, stretching all those core muscles. We work the glutes, the legs, the hamstrings. Anywhere you feel tightness or anywhere that's been worked, you want to make sure you're stretching out those muscles, making sure they don't get tight and tense. Also drinking plenty of water. It's going to help with the recovery and with that muscle soreness later on. Thank you for joining me, everybody. See you guys next time. Be safe, be kind, and choose to be well. Take care.